All right. Well, this is the raw version of Gil. This is actually going to be my first YouTube video for my personal page that I'm going to be posting. And honestly, I had a good friend that said, hey, just be raw. I've been in entrepreneurship for 5+ years. I've been able to do some cool things, but this journey has been up and has been down. So if you don't know me, my name is Jesus Gil. I'm 27 years young. And, I started my entrepreneurship journey at 2020 when I was 21 years old. And my biggest thing is this. There's a lot of people, maybe you're watching this, maybe you're not, whatever it is. I'm just going to be posting this because I want to show my journey. A lot of people in their journey, they think of, well, when I make it, when I do this, when I do that, I'm going to post more or I want to show more. But what I've realized is that most people relate to you the most when you're actually going through the journey yourself. Even though I've been an entrepreneur for 5 years, it hasn't been easy. I haven't made it. I come from an athletic background where I've wanted to win. And I've always done things to get to that next level. Most of the teams that I ever played with or things that I've done, I always started at the bench. I was never the star player getting out. But after that season or after the 4 years of high school or the 4 years of college, I ended up being a starter with the most minutes or even team captain. And what I've realized is that I'm truly an underdog. I'm not somebody that I would say I'm gifted off the get-go. Even something like this, even public speaking that I've done now in entrepreneurship, I was the shyest guy in the room. I didn't know how to speak. I would curse a lot. I would have bad language. I wouldn't have good posture. I didn't even have confidence in myself. But what I've realized is that in my journey, I've only progressed and grown because I've never stopped. So I'm really making this first video for that individual that maybe has started their entrepreneurship journey and it's tough. People are saying X, Y, and Z. You're going through a different route. You have friends that are saying, hey, what's going on? You've changed. Why don't we hang out anymore? Why don't we go to the clubs anymore? And there's nothing wrong with doing any of that. But what I've realized is this. The vision that has been given to you is your vision. I remember in 2020 when I gave up my aspirations to go pro in soccer, had great opportunities. In 2019, I even went to Spain to potentially sign a professional contract, and I could have stayed and potentially signed, but I knew that it wasn't going to be high paying. I was already too old, and that in the soccer world, 21 or 20 at the time is super old. And it would have been maybe an 8th division, a 9th division in Spain, and it wouldn't have provided financially. But the true reason why I didn't continue, that a lot of people don't know, is I had a gut feeling. I truly believe that God sent me something else. And he was like, no, there's something bigger. And it's crazy because it was probably the easiest transition I've ever had, is going from soccer into entrepreneurship. But the craziest thing is, I didn't know it was going to happen. I truly didn't know what was next because when I gave up the aspiration, had a couple months to navigate myself, to find myself, and I didn't know what I was going to do. But then in 2020 of March, I was shown the markets. I was shown entrepreneurship. I was shown online business. I was shown a lot of different things I never thought I would learn. And it opened and expanded my mind. Now, I'll tell you guys this. When I first started that journey, it wasn't something that I think was going to change my life. It wasn't something that I thought I was going to devote my life with. And it was going to be my passion, my purpose. I was just going to give it a try. And sometimes in life, that's what happens. You have to give things tries to find out what was really for you. I tried e-commerce, it wasn't for me. Then I found the markets. I found online community and offline community. And I'm not gonna lie, that changed my whole life. I will never forget that the first trade night that I went to within my community, I literally left that trade night bawling, crying in my car. Because for my first time in my life, I was around like-minded people and I felt like I belonged. And I felt that I found something that could have replaced my passion I had in soccer. And 5 years later, that's what happened. It replaced my passion. I'm very passionate with entrepreneurship. I've expanded to taking over my family business. But I'm here to let you guys know that even on paper, it might sound great. Full-time entrepreneurship, own a barbershop with 2 locations, run a community of a plus 100 people, been able to day trade for 5 years. I've been able to create a crypto portfolio, been able to travel to 10 different countries, speak on stages in front of hundreds of people. But one thing is that people don't talk about is that I haven't made it. It's not easy. It's been a lot of struggles. There's been a lot of ups and a lot of downs. And one thing I've realized is that as long as you continue in the journey, there's nothing that can stop you. I have a little sign right here that said it's hard to be a person that never quits. That is a model that I have. And the reason why is because I realized that most people quit in the journey, and that's why they don't make it to the destination. It's not because the destination was too hard. It's not because they're not capable. It's not because they're not smart. It's not because they didn't think it was possible. It was simply because they stopped the journey. Because the timing that is going to take to do something, you are not in control of. The only person that's in control of something is God. And my relationship with God has grown over the couple of years, and I've realized that He's in control of time, but you're in control of action. And that's why I'm very passionate about what I do. That's why every single day I wake up, and I wake up with an aspiration, with a vision, because I know that that vision was given to me. So to end this first video that I'm going to have on here on YouTube, and I'm going to be posting in different areas, is make sure to follow the vision that God gave you, because He gave it to you. And if you don't have that yet, it doesn't matter. Ask for it, because ask and it shall be given. Continue to look for what's next, and you'll find it. And once you do, don't give up. Because when you try something positive in your life, when you try something that's going to progress you, the enemy is going to attack you even more. So make sure to continue your vision. I'm excited for what I'm going to do here. If you want to subscribe and you're watching this, I might have one view, I might have zero. But I don't really care, because I'm going to be posting my journey here, talk about things that I've gone through my entrepreneur journey, maybe go through what I've gone through my week when it comes to business, when it comes to leadership, when it comes to emotionally, when it comes to even being a dad, being a husband. You get to know me as you go here, and I'm excited for what's to come.